you wanted to look closer at maybe a city that was on that tapestry, you'd take a lens and magnify the stitching. And then maybe if you had a good enough tapestry, good enough imagination, you'd take another lens and put it in front and magnify it even more. And then you wouldn't be looking at a city, but maybe a neighbourhood. And another lens and closer, and maybe you'd be looking at a street, and then a house, and then you'd be looking in through a window. And then maybe you'd be watching silently as the old man lay dying.
And this light, so lightly, so magical, so playful. And the girl's eyes shot to flame, and she said, "Can I have that?"
Only if you'll marry me.
To which the princess agreed, and she went straight back to her father, the king, and said, "Father, I found someone to marry me.
Fantastic!
It's a bear."
What's the matter?
I feel as hopeless as a slowly rotting sack of potato.
That's exactly what I had in mind when I looked at you, actually.
Yeah, well, I thought it was a
wrong?
good metaphor. We
What's
should run
wrong?
with it for a bit longer.
Yeah.
Right.
What's wrong? Why are you rotting?
And he said, if you would have been selected and have lived a complete pious life and you are completely without sin, if then, on Easter Day, you look through the eyes of our Saviour to the sky, and you see the face of God.
It is violently sexual and
You can see this comes naturally to us.
yes,
Further and further they went, not nearly enough water, slaves dropping off left and right around him until they crested the last peak, and there, glinting in the high and hot midday sun that threatened to burn the very eyeballs out of your sockets, lay glinting a great glass bowl, left behind from some ancient and unknown explosion, hot enough to fuse the very sand into glass, pure and smooth and shining. This, he knew, was the lens through which he could see the entire world. And so it was that he ordered his slaves, fingers raw from the sand carried by the wind, ordered them round the great circumference, pushed their fingers underneath, and then came the order. Lift!
And the mansion that had been in the family for centuries, it bended its gutters down. And even though it had not been raining for weeks, the gutters started leaking.
And suddenly, the wedding was no longer between the Troll Queen and Valemon, the wedding was between the princess and Valemon. And everyone at the castle, and everyone at the castle was very relaxed about this change of plan. And they invited travelling musicians from far away, and it was one of those beautiful days where the music seemed to hang in the air like giant raspberries that